Hey Scorpio, welcome. This is going to be a reading for you on your road to success. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Anyone with heavy Scorpio placements in their chart. Anything that you need on me, please see the description box below. Please comment your feedback or anything you'd like to share. Please subscribe if you haven't and like or dislike the video. And let me know how you feel about it. Let's go ahead and get started in here for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Anyone with heavy Scorpio placements in their chart. Let's see, what is the conscious mindset here in regards to your success, on your road to success? What is your conscious mindset? What's the risk to be taken? Should be conscious mindset. It's going to be the unconscious. No, I'm sorry. I'll move this up here. We want the subconscious belief here first. Give me the subconscious belief here for Scorpio. Subconscious belief here for Scorpio. There we go. Show me the environment here on the road to success. What's the environment here? What's the obstacle? All right. So we're feeling a little disconnected from the world. We're feeling like people here in our subconscious belief, we feel that we're a little bit separated and are different from people, that we see things differently. You're seeing the world differently. I feel like you've been seeing it that way for a little minute here. You've been trying to ignore it. But the thing with ignoring it is that you don't act on it. So yet a lot of gets done. You find yourself in a lot of situations where you're confused and you're not sure how to proceed. And because you're not focused, you may make the wrong decisions here when the path that you should have chose would have taken you a lot further. But then at the same time, you know, we're very hesitant. We're not sure what to do. We don't know what we want. So listen to some of the things your intuition has been telling you about what you've been seeing. Because if you're feeling separated from other people around you, there's a purpose, there's a reason for it. Act on some of these things that you're either ignoring for whatever reason. And I do feel like you may feel like people walk away from you. Almost as if it's something that you have done, or like, because I also feel like somebody's waiting to like step towards and move towards you, but you keep on focusing on other options, not seeing them as one. And eventually as time comes to it, they're going to walk away and decide that this isn't what's best for them, that they need to find something else to add to their lives. The risk to be taken here is, I do think that someone is after your foundation. And you're not sure. You don't talk to them too often here, but you've already made kind of decisions about it. I do feel like somebody is creeping back in and you may not expect it here. They may come back in and say that they've thought some things over, you know, during this time of them not talking to you, and now they're ready to kind of make some kind of decision. Cancer energy, you feel like you're ready to kind of move forward with them. Like, okay, you know, the time that I invested in them is worth it. When I think it had proven not to be. But if they come back in and you allow them back in, you're giving them access to you and to your foundation and what it is that you create. And they could betray you again, but I feel like you've been waiting on them, maybe waiting to branch off and bring something else into your life as well if you feel like you've disconnected from them. But I do think that you've been a little bit bored. You've been kind of focusing in on work, but not really having the stability that you would like in your personal life. It's, you know, it's something that you can't settle, and people are still kind of in and out. So just be mindful that there is someone that's a little bit that you could have overcome already in the past, that you already proven not to be good for you. They are coming back in here with the same energy. Now I do think in your conscious mindset here, you don't feel supported, or you don't feel like you have love. You're possibly basing that off of a past situation that you've had in love or in a partnership. And really, despite how you feel about it, you're unable to walk away from it emotionally. You're still attached to the pain that has happened. And because of that, you really withdrawn from relationships, really trying to do things to ignore the fact that you are in pain over a situation. You know, so you're trying to find distractions here to things that you can't come to terms with or can't find peace with. I do feel like in the environment around you, I think other people have kind of, they've kind of withdrawn from you a little bit. They do see that something is a tad bit unbalanced, maybe good and or bad. I do feel like the bad maybe has been overcoming a situation you have with someone or with others around you. But I do think that you've kind of closed up. I do think that you've kind of closed up and you're just kind of focusing in on yourself. And I think you're noticing that other people around you are kind of doing that too. So with the environment, it's not really open lines of communication. People aren't really speaking honestly with each other, and they're letting like those evil forces come in and win. Just because you know a lot, I feel like you do have to kind of communicate. I do think that you feel like it's a little bit too hectic around you, so you'd rather just work alone. You'd rather just focus alone. Focus in on self, not try to worry about other people and what it is they're going through, what it is they're fighting for. You see it as something unfair and unbalanced, so you're not going to give any of your time and attention to it, but it is something that's painful because you can't grow it. This could be regarding peace and or friendship here, things that have you worried, but not feeling like you have support. Let's see, what's the obstacle? The obstacle is like moving forward, going after something that you want here before it's too late. I do think that you've been spending a lot of time here, not really caring for yourself, not really enjoying the foundation that you have. You could be feeling a tad bit lonely or just depressed about certain things or about where you are in life. But I do think it's time for you to kind of get to moving, get to going. You could have someone kind of rushing in towards you, but maybe you look at them as like an unstable person. Yeah, not focus on them at all. They almost take you for granted, and you've almost had like bad issues with them here. This could also be within the workplace as well. You don't see anyone that you could really trust, anyone that is consistent. You already know how this is going to turn about, like this is going to get, you know, bad, or we're going to have a run-in where, you know, the environment can change. And I feel like you're just kind of focusing in on self. The problem with it is that you are producing a lot, but it's not going anywhere. It's just kind of sitting because you're not projecting it onto a situation because you don't trust anyone. So it leaves the energy very stagnant. I feel like if you do have someone rushing in towards you trying to work with you, or if there's something that you want to get after, go ahead. But if you're producing any kind of work and you don't feel like you don't trust it to share with other people, or you don't feel like you can rely on other people, it's not going to turn out well, and the situation is going to be stuck. You need to be operating in a position or in a situation where you feel like whatever work you produce, it's okay for you to put up. It's okay for you to connect with other people and to trust them with it, or to feel like you have an ally. Otherwise, we're just holding back everything that we have, and that creates blocks, allows for the energy to be stagnant. You need to trust your intuition. You know exactly where you kind of need to be more involved at, more connected. I do think that you're coming out of a space of being in the cold, so you are healing, but there are some movements that need to be made to ultimately get back to your happiness here, and you need to trust your intuition for that. It has to be released, and that's the biggest obstacle right now here. Because now that you're recovering, it's time to go after things that you want, things that's going to make you happy, all of your wish fulfillment, and feeling really empowered here. I think you've been thinking about it. I think you know you have an idea of something. You're spending some time in reflection over it, but I think it's really something that you feel passionate about and something that you feel like you can give to unconditionally here, because it's from the good of your heart. Any failures that you've had in the past, I feel like you're just kind of ready to get away from them, ready to just cut free of it. You don't want to be stressed out anymore. You know, you really don't look back on those opportunities missed with good thoughts. You know, still maybe a little bit stumped on them here. If not stumped, this could be knowing that you were right about something, even though it's not seen by others, so it still has you a little bit perplexed. Let me see, what's the energy? What's the energy right now on the road to success? Somewhere here, road to success here. Yeah. We have cow, a new beginning or even a new life may be blooming here. So it's definitely time to move towards something, walk away from past regrets, losses, or hurts. Moon phases, excuse me, we have the waning moon. Let go of that which is causing you inner turmoil. Now is the time for casting away emotions that are no longer serving you. And then with the moon in Gemini, we have stress may be an issue during this time. All right, Scorpio, that is your reading.